So it's 10 AM here in the UK. Most of these guys are in Australia. No idea what time it is now. Spent all yesterday trying to work the kinks out of the stream. Got a lot of help from one of the viewers, Cheech420. Huge thanks to Cheech. Hopefully, even if it's still a little stuttery on tablets, it's nice and smooth on other devices. Desktop, for instance. Stiff all across the shoulder blades from the hours in front of the wheel yesterday, so I'm not sure whether I'll attempt to race the race that might go official in 13 minutes. Thank you to iRacing for reducing the number of cars required to make a race go official to 6. Should help out series like the V8 Supercar where outside of the Australian time zones it's really difficult to get an official race because the car is so challenging. Most people get drawn to the GTs or the Star Mazda. So trying out race fuel. If you've never driven this car or you're thinking about trying it out, run it with a full fuel tank or close to. Don't run it for the first time in low fuel configuration. The extra weight of a full fuel tank makes it more stable, and you'll probably find you get more enjoyment from it in the first exploratory laps. Later this evening, the rest of the team, Blue Flag Racing, are in the Sim Racing Team Challenge Blue Cup, or is it the Black Cup? I can never remember. Anyway, the race from Motegi night should be around 1900, 2000 GMT. I'm a reserve, I haven't done any practice really. So either I spend the rest of today getting up to speed in case one of the designated team drivers can't make it, or I'll just ride along in their cockpit and stream from there. And if we can get on TeamSpeak, if you're around and you're listening on the stream, you can get all access coverage of our race as we get on TeamSpeak and talk race strategy and all of that. We will never be one of the fastest teams out there, so we have absolutely no need to keep setup secret or strategy secret. We pretty much just race the clock. Oh, bad gear changes. I'm so focused on the racing line and looking down the track at Oran Park. You have to, otherwise that happens. Yeah, so focused on it that I can't even see the chat across the top of the screen. Let me have a look and see whether or not, excuse me, the race session's getting populated. I've got a 1:06.9 qualifying time, about 4/10 off my optimal for the week so far. Not many people have qualified so far for the week. So, the race is going to go official, so let's join that. Okay, how long till the race starts? Okay, this could be embarrassing. Where are you, mouse? There you are. Okay, so the race starts in 6 minutes. How many minutes left in this session? 52 seconds. So I'm not really looking for much from this race. Still spending most of this week testing to see if the settings in OBS are optimized to stream. Before I was streaming using Shadowplay. Love that. Straight from the NVIDIA GeForce GTX drivers. Straight into Twitch, but it means you can't do overlays or anything like that. OBS, nice free utility that I'm starting to figure out. When I say figure out, I'm totally useless when it comes to the technical side of PCs. So the more plug and play out of the box it is, the better. Anyway, starting to figure out how to use it on a basic level. So if anyone out there is a bit more experienced with it and you can spot any opportunities for me to improve the overlays, pop it into the chat, or follow us on Twitter, Blue Flag Racing, so at Blue Flag Racing, one word. Top left you can see all of our social media pages scrolling. Follow us, like us, whatever you need to do. Help us out. We'd like to get more followers, get more interaction with the sim racing community. There aren't that many of us on the planet. And any suggestions that you all have to make the stream experience better for you, let us know. Facebook's probably the social media site where we are the most active. Go there, check out the team, click the About tab, see who our current active and inactive members are. Got one guy races from Singapore, two that race from Australia, Poland, Latvia, myself in the UK, Ralph and Tien and Terry from Ireland, Raymond from the Netherlands. So we're pretty much an international team. Got some inactive members in Norway, Sweden. We did have members from North America, but not at the moment. We're not active, at least. Got a team member from Germany as well. 3 minutes into the race. It'll be my first race at Oran Park this week. OP is one of my favourite tracks in the V8. It's like a mountain trail. The racing line is so narrow. The car has so much power, so little grip, loads of torque, just tearing up the tarmac. That is a real challenge to get it around here. If you can see by the throttle trace, there aren't many moments when you will go full throttle. So you really have to finesse the car around. And considering it's a big, heavy saloon car, really, finesse doesn't sit well with it. When the race starts, first of all, I'll probably blow my start. Haven't quite rediscovered my launch technique that I had in the previous car, the FG01, which is now retired. And with this tyre model, I keep either bogging down or lighting up the rears, whereas just at the end of the V8's online Premier Series, I'd started to get some really good launches. So yeah, when the race starts, I'll probably go silent so I can concentrate, because as you can see, driving and speaking presents more challenges for me than you'd expect. Okay, 52 seconds. Let's go back to the lobby, get ready to start the race. (9:02 p.m. here. Where's there? Okay, hitting join on the race session. I don't believe in luck, but may the fates smile down, help the stream stay nice and stable. Let me just take it nice and easy. Okay, let's take a look at the starting grid. Oh, starting second. Oh my god. Doesn't anyone bother to put in a qualifying time? This is going to get interesting. Morning everyone. Streaming to Twitch at the moment, so if you feel the urge to turn the air blue, let me know and I can mute it. Niels Jordan from Redback Racing. You must hold the record for race starts in this car now. Niels is one of those guys that's absolutely dedicated to the car and the series. When the Falcon launched, he probably raced the most official races, helped races go official by just turning up. It's one of the hardest cars to pass though. So around a track like this, the last thing I want to do is mess up my start and then end up getting stuck behind.
Right side, all clear.
Doesn't look like Trading Plates is refreshed. Yep, so if you're watching, hit follow, subscribe to us on YouTube, follow us on Google+, like us on Facebook, you name it. Get updates whenever any of our streams go live. See that? Wrong gear, last turn, messed up the whole lap.
Car off
Just
the
by
track
talking.
on the left. Alright fellas, let's get ready to go here. It's a good racetrack for us, boys. Let's go out there just like we've been doing the last few weeks. One lap at a time, one car at a time, one pit stop at a time, one can of fuel at a time, just one at a time, just one. Just remember that, guys. Go through there, do that all race long. We'll be where we need to be at the end of this thing.
Starting with 80 litres. JP from Grip TV reckons that's all I need. I haven't done my preps to work out what fuel burn is. Right now, my brake motor's going.
Green flag. On your right. Still there. Still there. Clear. Right side. Still there. Clear, clear, clear.
Had to be careful there. Didn't want to get on the gas too much because the back would have come round. So I did have the start that I was looking for. Okay, going silent.
Left side. Still there. Clear, clear, clear.
Okay, Corey's blinking a lot, or it's me.
Come on.
Slow car in front of you.
I want nothing to do with that. You're blinking a lot, Corey, just in case.
Yeah, I can't see him at all. I thought I was blinking.
Yeah, hopefully it'll settle down, but just so he knows, you might not see him if he puts a move on. Okay, I'm going to go silent for a bit just to get into the groove.
Slow one in front of
Waiting
you.
room, champ. When
Keep
you
going.
turn
On your
left.
left. Oh yeah, you're getting him. Still there. Clear.
No intention of racing it on hard yet. Let the race settle down a little bit. Corey will probably
Good
get
job,
out in
man.
front.
Keep working it.
Okay, I'm going to try and put some consistent laps in. Get away from Niels. Give me some room to breathe. I should be putting in 107s.
Thanks, Garrett. God damn.
It's not Corey's fault he's blinking, it's the internet. I've had that trouble a lot myself. It is making it hard though to follow, because I don't want to make a move, put my car where I think there's a gap, only to find out that his car's actually there, invisible. Oh, saw that coming. Saw that.
Alright, man, we got an opportunity here. Let's take advantage of it now.
And that's why I didn't want to get into the mix with them.
Sit, baby. Get up on him. Put it on him, bud. Get it.
Missed the throttle on the downshift. Wow, where's he going? It's probably the most laps in race trim I've done all week. So just brought the rear end to roll bar down a bit to give me a bit more confidence. I should be running much faster than this, but driving like a wuss. I'm locked into Shane's rhythm. Too conscious I might hit him. So I'm pretty much just following him, waiting for him to make a mistake. Whoa, big stutter. I don't dive bomb. Whoa. Sorry. He wasn't on the gas. I was barely on it. I still tapped him. It's so hard to pass here, there's nowhere to go. I'm really just getting held up behind Shane. Corey's coming. Okay, next time he does that, I should go through. running 2 seconds off the pace I should be running. Stop being all smart, put some pressure on Shane. Corey makes a move, I'll just let him through because he and Shane have unfinished business to take care of, which might result in them both being in the kitty litter. Oh, Jesus. Oh, come on.
You got a car going the wrong direction.
Unlucky, Mark.
There I am, being careful, not hitting anyone. And my race is over. Same sort of luck I was having. I'll take the fuel off.
Pitting in 5, 4, 3,
Last
2,
season,
1.
just rear-ended every single race. Oh, look at that. Oh, Jesus. Oh, come on.
Car going the wrong direction.
5 minutes of repairs, I'm not hanging around for that. Car's toast. Park it up. I was car number 4 in this session as well, so gonna lose a whole ton of iRacing. Let's have a look at that. See, just minding my business, taking my time. I knew it was going to happen. From the moment I saw him get to within half a second, I should have just pulled across and let him by. Yes, Steve, I should have, shouldn't I? If I'd have just... See, that's my problem. I've spent years thinking about it. Should I be more aggressive in races? Because naturally, I'm just not. Naturally, I just think, well, the guy in front has earned the right to be there. The guy in front spent just as much time trying to get up to speed, and I don't like... Ah, look at that. I don't like dive bombing or anything like that. So I always give the guy in front loads of space, loads of breathing room. I might get let's look at the start. I might get really close and pressure them, but I just refuse to put on a low percentage pass. What it does mean is I finish most of my races. Look at that, got into the lead. I should have just gone for it instead of giving people room. But yeah, I usually finish races and finish well. But when it comes to the knife fights, there are only certain drivers that I like to go head to head with. But then other people, they just, well, they don't care. They just red mist. They're going forwards, whether they like it or not. I won't get too despondent though. There should be more races go official this week.
Remember me?
There was an easy win on the cards here because, yeah, Steve, I was definitely faster than him. What lap times was I putting in? Let's have a look. Yeah, look at that. I was at least a second off what I should have been running. Yeah, that's way too slow. I mean, that's... Ignore that. Need to clear that nest. Yeah, because my best time so far this week is a 6.9. That's the optimal. My best race pace lap. Um, 7.1, so I definitely could have taken the lead. See, that's one of the things I need to do this season. That's my let me warn him that we're streaming. Life's too short for on-track drama. But yeah, again, look, should have just put my foot down. I love this car though. It's probably the one car that I can actually race well in, because you don't put your foot flat to the floor at most tracks. I could have definitely finished second. Easily could have won. I was just waiting for Shane to fall off, really. That's my own fault. Yeah, Zimmy, I thought the same. That was the plan. I could have put the move on, but if you've ever driven here at Oran Park, you'll see that the only places where you can really make a clean pass is if you get out of the final turn with much better drive. If your line's much better, you can get the slipstream, which there isn't much of one, get side by side down the straight, and the car on the outside will usually yield, and then just take the place there. You don't want to be going into the braking zone in turn 1-2 trying to take the pass. You can then also, if you get out of turn 2 well, on that short shoot down to turn 3, get on the inside, you can possibly get there, but you go side by side, and because you're so tight in on the apex, it's harder to get the power down because you're turning, putting the gas in, you're likely going to kick the back out. So the guy on the outside, actually taking that wider arc, can still out drag you all the way down to turn 4, and then you're in the same situation because you don't want to hit the brakes too late or too hard and knock him off. So you can find people going side by side from turn 2 through 3, 4, up the hill and over the bridge, and it isn't until you finally get on the apex of the bridge that they possibly yield. So what I was trying to do was just give Shane something to think about. 39 laps here is a long time. So even though it's a short lap, I figured with the amount of mistakes he was making, he'd make one. What I was planning to do was either let Corey by and let that accident happen with the guy, with Shane. See, because Shane's... Is the race over? Who knows? Because the accident was always going to happen. They got together far too frequently for them to both finish the race. But yeah, if I'd have... It's if but, coulda, woulda, maybe type race. If I had stopped focusing on the stream and the cold tyres and just been confident off the start and taken that brilliant start I had, probably my best, and ooh, look at that, and just got my head down, I could have pumped in maybe 1, 2, 3, 4 laps in the 107s and got a nice buffer back to Shane. They would have just then been fighting it out amongst themselves, and all of those door-to-door moments would have given me probably a 10-15 second buffer, and from there I'd have just been really comfortable just drive it home. But what's the word they say? Caution, blah blah blah. I was too cautious, too conservative, and that's what I need to possibly do to get into top split more regularly. 2, 3, 4 seasons ago I was racing top split in about the 20th position and stuff. Some great guys like Martin Carroll, he's a great guy. If you see him on the forums, or if you see him in a session, if he sees you putting in the time and effort to get used to the car, he'll help you out. All of the top drivers will help you out. Don't think that the V8 Supercar series is one of those prima donna series. It's not. If you're new to the car, if you're thinking of trying it out but it's frustrating the hell out of you, just stick with it. Don't worry about a setup. Stick the baseline in. The baseline's quite good with this car, and as you can see, it's not about the setup overall. It will help, but first of all you need to get used to the throttle control, the braking and all of that. But if you're in there putting in the laps, anyone will help you. They'll give you tips on driving line, they'll give you tips on throttle control. So yeah, any of the SDC guys, they're really helpful. They'll share their sets as well. If you see any of the Oceanic Sim Racing guys on there, Marty Atkins, Simon Black, they're really helpful. They do a lot to help the V8 community. They run the Oceanic Sim Racing Development Series. Look at it on the forum. If you can race at this time during the day, I think it's a Tuesday or Wednesday, I can't remember which day it is. They do the development series. It's a fixed setup. They share the setup every single week, so even if you're doing the official series, there'll be a setup every single week from those guys. And because everyone's on the same set, everyone just concentrates on the racing. They're very strict on the fair play and everything like that. So if you want to just get up to speed in the car, go hang out with those guys in that series. They also do an open set series. Can't remember what the name of it is. Obviously it's Oceanic Sim Racing, but I can't remember what the name of it is. Then you also have the guys at Apex Racing TV, Alex Simpson, some Dean Preston, great guys there as well. They put on a series. Mark Noble from Kimmy's Raw Fencing, I think he started up the series and then the guys took it over. Great bunch of guys there as well. It usually races on a Saturday. You get some great guys in there as well. Top split drivers race it, but it's again another league for people who want to get up to speed in the V8 without perhaps some of the pressure of going into the official races. So you get some great guys there like Tobias Czerny, I can't say his surname, sorry Tobias. You get Jake Burton in there, Kurt Stenberg in there, great guys, really fast guys.
Lucky Scott.
Ian Ford, Aaron Hamilton, the guys from, what's now is it? Was Demidov, now Evolution Racing, that's it, sorry, couldn't remember what the name was. You get those guys in there. Brenton O'Brien, great guy as well. Had some great races with Brenton. Also, there's the V8 online broadcast. Great guys there as well. Jay Kennedy, Steve the Sandman Clark. Steve the Sandman Clark is possibly the greatest Sorry, Will Vincent, love Will, but Steve the Sandman Clark is probably the greatest sim racing commentator I've ever heard. The excitement that he gets in, the raw emotion, he manages to turn races alive like Murray Walker did without annoying you because he's just so enthusiastic. But those guys at V8's Online, they normally broadcast the top split race. But what they did, started last season, they did pilot V8's Online Premier Series race, and that was brilliant. They had a support category, the development series, and then the main race where you found that actually all of the top split guys and all of the really fast peddlers in the V8s entered, and all of those races were broadcast, so not so much a series to get you up to speed because you had to get on the grid by raw pace, but again, great series. So yeah, any of those guys that I just named, if you see them on the forums, if you see them in a practice session, if you see them on Facebook, all of them have a Facebook page for their teams. Hit them up, ask for help. Don't just ask them for a set. If you say, can I have a set? Although most of them will say yes, you'll get much more respect from them if you first of all ask for some help. So yeah, go hit them up for some help. Tell them that I sent you. Blue Flag Racing. You can see up on the broadcast, you've got all of our social media links. So we're at plus Blue Flag Racing, spaces between the words. If you could go follow us on there, I would be added to your circles. I'd be really grateful. Facebook.com/Blue Flag Racing, one word. Please, please, please go and like us. We're trying to do more streams like this. Some more behind the scenes, all open access streams when myself and the rest of the team enter series like the Sim Racing Team Challenge, which is a team series in the GT cars where instead of it being about individual driver points, it's all about the team points. So you get to enter 3 cars and the best placed 2 cars from each team score points. Some brilliant drivers in there as well. That's streamed. We've got a race tonight, the final one of the opening round at Motegi Night. So if you could follow us on Facebook, we'll try and stream some of those races. We're also going to consider incorporating the TeamSpeak chat into the stream as well. So again, as I said earlier, we're not one of those teams that ever consider we're going to win or challenge the guys up front. So for us, there's no point in keeping much secret. So you can hear all of our in-race chat, hear all of our strategy calls, everything. You can see the setups we're running. A lot of the setups we just borrow from people. That's, as I said, people are really helpful with it. Then we've also got the Spirit of VLN race, and the next one is Road America. I think we've got a car entered in the Caddy. We did the first race at Spa. Myself, Christoph Babish, Ryan Estrellas, and Wei-Kan Chan entered a BMW Z4 and a Cadillac in the first race. We're entering a Cadillac in the next race. We then have at Blue Flag Racing, one word, on Twitter. If you could go and follow us there as well. I know I'm asking for lots of follows, but honestly, there aren't that many people in this sim racing community. I think iRacing has about 50,000 active users, probably about 40,000 active users. So in a planet of 7 billion people, that's not a lot of people. So the more people that follow their respective teams and help us all get the community working together, the better. But yeah, if you follow us on at Blue Flag Racing, every time a stream starts, you'll get a tweet, whether it's on Twitch or if we're going to stream to YouTube. Every time we upload a video, it goes to YouTube. If you're on track and you're in the stream, you'll see yourself in the stream. One of the other things we're going to do is if we enter one of the European races or any of the V8 races just like this, what we'll do is at the end of the race, I'll probably restream the whole race, but from one of the TV cameras and put it on most exciting. So if you're in the race and you can't stream races yourself and you see me in the race, just in the chat at the end of the race or before the race starts, just ask me to restream the race, replay, save the replay, and put it on most exciting. And then what we'll do is we'll upload that to YouTube. If you follow us on YouTube, so just search for us, Blue Flag Racing, with spaces. One of the team members stole Blue Flag Racing, one word. So Blue Flag Racing Spaces, or if you go to Facebook, follow us on Facebook, send us a message on Facebook, ask me to stream the race if you were in it with me, and I've got the replay. And then, yeah, get yourself on YouTube. We then also have Twitch, so where you are right now. I've got my own one, Mark A Warmington.
Thanks a lot,
Also,
Gary.
we've got Blue Flag Racing, all one word, on Twitch. Follow us on Twitch, and then every time either myself or the team will actually follow them both, because it depends on where we're streaming. If it's me in the race, I'll stream on mine. Sometimes we'll host it on the Blue Flag Racing one, but if multiple people try to stream at the same time, it'll kick each other off. So follow them both, and then you'll get a notification when the stream goes live. Where else are we? Help me out. So Google+, Facebook, Twitch, YouTube. We haven't got Daily Motion set up yet, but we might try that out, and we haven't got Instagram. Anyway, all of those places, if you follow us, what you'll then be able to find is all of the other people that I mentioned, because we follow them. Then, where else are we racing?
Come on.
A few of the team will be racing the GT3 official series. So Ralph Cullinan and Tien and Terry O'Keefe, two of our drivers from Ireland, they'll race in that. So if you race with them, say hello to them. And again, no matter what series we're in, we'll help you out if we can. So who's in the stream? Oh yes, Aussie for Life, the OSR Bathurst 1000 trailer.
Thank you, Scott.
If you haven't seen that, go take a look. It really epitomizes what I mean about how Steve Sandman Clark commentates. Let me go find it for you, actually, and I can put it in the stream. Not in the stream, in the chat. Okay, let's have a look. So V8's online. Let me know how the stream's going as well. If it's lagging, buffering, or anything like that, let me know. If you're watching and you have suggestions on what I could do to the overlay to change it, let me know. V8's online. They also do short shift. It's like a Top Gear for the V8 series. Really great. Let me add our links into the stream so you can just follow us. Hey, Astron, you have to let me know how to pronounce that. Thanks for following. Yeah, Grip TV do a great job, but we're not like Grip TV. We just literally race for the sake of having fun. What's the link you've put there, Aussie for Life? Shane hardly finishes a race. Yeah, he has to be patient. That's what I was trying to do, but then look at me. So Tuesday's a dev series. Thanks, Aussie for Life. Starts this Tuesday at Summit Point. Yep. Let me put our YouTube links in the chat for you. And then all those teams I just mentioned, I'll try and put all of their links in as well, to save you going to search for them. So, let me go to my channel, where you are. Oh, yeah, I don't think I've got it set to let other people put links into the chat. My fault. Let me put it in. Let me put some links in for everybody. So this is the Blue Flag Racing YouTube page. This Next one, Blue Flag Racing Google Plus. Where else? What else? Let's put the Facebook and Twitter. If you have your own sim racing team and you want to get more followers, follow us and then send us a tweet and we'll retweet the links. We also have the sim racing team's Facebook page, which we have admin rights to. So if you follow us, we can follow you and we can get you promoted out to the wider sim racing community, because you're right, we have to stick together. So what else have we got? Let's put the Twitter page up, and then I'll put the V8s Online page, because they have some great videos. They do a lot for the community as well. You're already on Twitch, so you can already find us on Twitch, but let me put the team one. Blue Flag Racing. If we've raced on you on track, say hi. So those are most of ours, well, all of ours, I think. Let me now put for you some of the people I just mentioned. So V8's Online, let's go to YouTube, Mark. So V8's on, let's go, Apex Racing TV. Let's put Apex Racing TV's page. So Apex Racing TV, go and follow them. If you follow them, again, say Blue Flag Racing sent you, that I race you. Apex Racing TV, their page, when they put their league up, they have some great content as well. Where have you put V8s Online, Mark? I could just search for it, but I'm trying to go into my subscriptions. And the V8s Online guys and the Apex Racing guys, what I really like about them is they're so down to earth. There doesn't appear to be an ego amongst them, and considering they have World Championship level drivers, they're really helpful. They run a what's the word I'm still looking for? They run an academy. So they run an academy where you can go to their forum, subscribe. There's a subscription fee, about $5 a month. I've subscribed to it. And what they do is they will help people. Literally, they'll just help. So you can get tips on, well, I don't know, technical tips if you're not the most gifted like me. You can also get racing tips. You can get setup tips. They'll share setups. They've got some really strong drivers. They'll all help you. They'll share all of their sets. Actually, that's where each week I share whatever set I'm running in the V8s. So go check them out. Aha, V8s Online. I found the channel. Let me put their link in for you. What I was trying to find was their Bathurst 1000, because we really want you to hear. Okay, here's the race coming up. Watch that, amazing. But let's find the trailer, because the trailer was immense. Well, the trailer will be at the beginning of that race. Some shameless, and I admit shameless self-plugging. My one and only win in the V8 supercar came in the V8's Online Premier Series. not the main event. It was the development series race, and I possibly had my best race ever, where I managed to bring home the win at Road Atlanta. How? No idea. However, it happened. Again, and that was only because of all of the help and support from the online development series, from the guys at V8s Online. If not for them and the time that they helped me get up to speed in the car, I would never have been in a situation where I could even contemplate racing that consistently. And what it did was, my first win in the V8s, but also on V8s Online. And for all of us sim racers, we all like to be in a bit of a stream. So in the chat, you finished 27th in the 1000. Hi Myrtle, that's really good. We didn't make the 1000. Hold on, let me move the steering wheel out of the way. For anybody that wasn't trying to run it, we spent all week in pre-qualifying trying to put in a decent lap time. And if it had been in the old car, the FG01, I probably, either myself or Robert Bailey, just put two teammates together, but Robert Hooper or Bailey Bell, we probably would have got into the top, I think it was top 60, top 50, top 60 to get into the race. However, the Commodore came out, and it took me far too long to realise that the Commodore wasn't one of those slow outlap cars, because the time model had changed. So there was me trying to do a slow outlap to get a good qualifying time, and didn't work. I think I missed the cut by about half a second, whereas if I'd have just gone out and just run laps, I probably would have got in. So anyone else planning on running the V8s? And don't worry, I am still looking for the links to those teams. So let's have a look. Videos. Where did you save that one? So what are you looking for, Mark? We are looking You're on the wrong channel, Mark, that's why. Okay, I thought I'd put the video onto the team channel. However, I think I uploaded it to my own. So feel free to go subscribe to that as well. As soon as I put the link in, you'll know exactly where it is. And yeah, subscribe, share. If you have any videos of your own that you've done, any sim racing videos that is, let's be focused, any sim racing videos you've done of your own, tweet it to us at Blue Flag Racing, and what we'll do, if we like it, we'll retweet it. We'll share it with the Sim Racing Teams Challenge webpage as well. And what that'll do is, if you're into sim racing in a big way, just like we are, it'll help you get a few more followers as well. So let me see, I think the streams. Okay, the session's going to stop soon. Let me That's me out of the race. You don't want to just watch me. Let me give you an idea of what I mean. So, if you're in a race with me, I will come back to what I was talking about in a second, but if you're in a race with me, you see me on track, send me, please not during the race because it distracts the hell out of me, but before the race, send me a message. Say, hi Mark, I'm in the race, saw you on Twitch. Please save the replay of this race and please then restream it to Twitch. If you're the only follower in the race, then what I'll do is I'll put it and focus it on your car. So either in car or outside TV view. And then what I'll do is I'll just restream it for you on Twitch and you can get some viewers. So if you follow us at Blue Flag Racing, if you're on Twitter, if you're not on Twitter, like us on Facebook, send us a PM, same message. But you have to have told me in the session to save the replay. I'll try and save all of my replays anyway. And then, yeah, what we'll do is we'll put it out there for you, get you some followers as well. All of us sim racers have to stick together. But this is what I will do. So, for instance, let's go back to the beginning of the race. And I will just put it on most exciting, or if it's just you, and then we will stream just like that. Simples. So let me go find you that video. We're also, is this the one? No. We're also on the waiting list to join the Masters of Endurance series. Something else that we want to run in. Because for us, as a team, what we really like the most is team races. Where, as I said, it's very much because of the team philosophy where we're in it for fun. So being able to start a race with our teammates and being able to share the car, that's actually more enjoyable to us than just any personal glory. Haha, so, okay, found it. So this is the stream of the race. My first victory in the V8 supercar. However, at the beginning of that, you should also see the trailer that Steve Sandman Clark put together. Brilliant, brilliant voiceover. That's also the V8s Online's team's YouTube channel as well, so you can subscribe to them and follow them. Let me go and get the Oceanic Sim Racing Facebook page. Actually, I don't know where theirs is. But yeah. So, follow us, tweet us, Facebook message us, add us to your circles on Google+. If you're into sim racing, whether you actually race or you just like watching it, interact with us, we'll interact with you, we can get the whole community working together. Time's now 11:15, so if the next race goes official, I might try running that. Let's see how much iRacing I lost. Because if you haven't raced on iRacing, if you don't finish ahead of where the sim seeds you, you lose iRacing. Wow. This, that little tap. cost me 108 in iRating. If I had managed to stay on the track and win, I'd have got 100 points. Wow. A tip, if you're going to get into, so if you're going to go into iRacing, try not to concentrate too much on iRating safety rating. When I say don't concentrate on it, don't be a muppet. Don't go on there and just start taking people off. That won't make you any friends whatsoever. But what I mean is, don't get too obsessed with it, because otherwise you rarely get hung up if you lose iRating. Yes, safety rating drops mean that you can lose your license and all sorts. However, if you get too hung up on it, you just, wow, you'll get depressed. Who else? Who else? Who else? So let me go to the forum and start telling you about some of the teams. Let me share some of those links with you actually for the series. So if you're a Europe racer and you're thinking of getting into the V8 supercar, pop to the forums and share your views in this thread about when you might be able to join a Euro split and help us get some more of these races to go official. The development series that I spoke about, let me put that address in the link for you. There you go. Apex Racing, let me find that one for you. Where are you, Apex Racing? Where's the thread? The series hasn't started yet. Okay, so let's go to the series announcement thread. I think it's in season 9, so they took a bit of a break. Don't blame them. So that's that series. All of these are for the V8s. Let me see. So who else? Who else? 4 Motorsports. Okay, that's a team I didn't mention. So 4 Motorsports, Mitchell McLeod, and all the guys there. Again, a fantastic set of guys. Some of the best peddlers in the V8. What they started doing this season to try and help get more activity in the series and to try and help new starters in the car was there. Now let me put this clearly. They are most definitely a top split team. Mitch McLeod's a V8 Supercars Series champion, and what they do is just share the set they're running that week. I haven't seen a most recent post from them. Let me find an example of what they've done. But what they were doing is each week they just shared the set that they had. Mitchell was running, really helped out a lot of people. If you don't know how to set up the cars, don't worry about trying to set up the cars. They'll share a set. Let me see. Let me find it. Whilst I'm looking, I'll copy in the forum link to this week's thread for Oran Park. Ryan Shelton, I think. Yep, Ryan Shelton does, for this season at least, Ryan Shelton puts up a thread every week, give you an overview on the track, fuel burns, blah, 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 blah. And what he will also do is, if 4 Motorsports share the set for the week, he'll put it in the thread, or at least I think they asked him to. I don't know if he's done it so far. Again, if you go there, just say we sent you. That way they'll realise that actually, yes, if we all work together and follow each other and share each other's news, we can get a little bit more help for the series. Let's see. What else can I point you in the direction of? if you're new to the team, new to
Fuel's almost out.
fuel's almost out, new to the series, and you're looking for. Okay, the stream's finished. Well, the race replay's finished. Let me have a look, see if there were any messages left for me. So I don't need to save. Well, let's just quit. I'll save it, but I'm not going to name it or anything because I don't really need to come back to that one. Okay, so I'm still here, but let me leave you. Actually, let me just leave you with the holding scene. You don't want to look at my ugly mug. So what other resources can I add here for you? So yes, so Kimmy's Rural Fencing, great guy, Mark Noble. His team are recruiting, and what they are looking for is really people that are new to the car or just want help, and they'll help get you up to speed. So it's a bit of a rookie development car. I think Toro Rosso. If I can find the thread where, let me search for Mitchell and just pick up his. Pick up his posts. I can point you to his team. Point you to where they will post their setups. So let's see, Mitchell. Okay, so found Mitchell. Let's view his posts. Okay, so setups and race guides. So that's what I was looking for. Talk sponsor the team. So for Motorsports, here's the link to the thread where he will give you help and setups. So who else do we have? I got a private message saying that the hit wasn't lag. I didn't think it was, but again, I'm not going to make any issues about it. Got to expect to get hit when racing. So right now we've got Lancey Boy, Myrtle 871, Steve WTW, Taz Webb, and Zimmy002. Hi guys, girls, or dogs, cats, whatever you may be. Thanks for watching. I'm going to go and jump in one of the practice sessions, do a few more laps. Got a teammate, Weihan Chan, asking me what settings on Twitch do I need to make before streaming. What do you mean? Okay, so okay, so I'm joining a practice session on the Australian server now. If you, sorry, excuse me, I meant to mute that. You don't want to hear me burping. If you do race, you'll see that most of the V8 Supercar races are on the Australian server, if not all of the V8 Supercar races are on the Australian server, which means it is extremely likely, if you're an international driver, you will have a high ping. So what you need is all of the other drivers to recognise that, respect that, and give you a bit of room. If they don't give you any room, you're very likely to have a netcode lag hit, which is what Corey thinks happened in our race. Based on the number of people in this practice session, I think the next race might go official. So, since I haven't yet even got dressed since getting out of bed, so the Liverpool top, it's what, night clothes, and I haven't showered and haven't had breakfast, what I'm more likely to do is just run this practice session. How long's left in it? 40 minutes. So run this practice session, which looks a bit laggy because it's on the Australian server, and then go do a workout, and then come back later and run a race if they go official. I don't think I'll do the 12:15 because I'm not really awake yet for today. The time here in the UK is 11:30. Normally at this time I'd be at work, but I'm on annual leave at the moment in the run up to Christmas. So I'm actually online when there are more servers going official. So, anyone in the stream thinking of driving the V8? Whoops. If so, is there anything you would like to know about it to help you get up to speed? One of the other things we might consider, though, haven't spoke to the team about it yet, so this is just a thought, is if we stream an event, just add into the stream details a link to download the setup we're running. What we also might do is, through our Google Plus page, is we can possibly start a hangout when we're in session, probably a practice session more so than a race, but maybe a race, who knows. And what we can do, I say we a lot, I'm talking about me, but I'm speaking on behalf of the team, whether they like it or not. No, we're a very democratic team, but yeah, maybe we can start a Google Hangout when we're in a practice session or a race, and you can join the Hangout and just chat about settings, strategy, technique, the race, the session, and if I can get it working, which I don't see why there'd be a problem, this is now working, is include the Hangout in the stream and really make it a bit of a interactive event. So what will probably work better is I'll test it, see if it works. So go add us to your circles, follow us on Twitter, because that's where you'll get probably the best notifications from us. And if we try it out, then maybe you can help us test to see whether it works. Because if we can get the Hangout working, we can probably add it in, just like the webcam footage. And I'll try and get it into the overlay. Now, what that does mean, of course, is I will need to test it first. Also, probably restrict it. And make it, what's the word I'm looking for? non-PG. Because although we would respectfully ask that everybody not use expletives or put anything offensive in there, which I don't think you all would, but since Twitch is just open, anyone could jump in. What we wouldn't want is for anything to go out on the stream that didn't sit with the team's principles. And our principles are, real life comes first, we're very open, we're very supportive, laid back, chilled out, and we don't like drama. So, as I said, that's just an idea at the moment. It might not be practical. So, pop it in the chat if you think we should or shouldn't try it. Tweet us, ask us what we're considering doing moving forward, or suggest what we could do moving forward. Again, politely. We like polite. If you're thinking of trying out the car this week here and you want to try out this setup, just send us a message. It's easy if you send a message to the team via Twitter, or if you go like us on Facebook and send us a private message there, then we can see if there's a way we can possibly drop the setup into a shared folder you can go grab. Getting graphic stutters at the moment. Now see, talking and driving in 2 seconds off what I should be running. Now this is how I should, let me show you, this is how I should have attacked the race. I should have just put myself into a state of mind where I was just confident in the car, pressure chain, ran at my own pace, kind of ignored that his car was in front of me. Because rather than the 108s and 109s we were doing in the race, like that, this is the pace I should have been running at. Let's try not to drive off the track. Ha! Now that was Freudian, okay? By saying let's try not to run off the track, that is exactly what I did. So let's follow Victor and demonstrate what I should have done to Shane. Who was it that said killer instinct? One of the tips for this car is not to be aggressive with the throttle or brake. If you've driven the Lotus 49, you'll know what I'm talking about. You have to consider the inertia in the car, chassis roll and all of that. So you squeeze the throttle, you squeeze the brake, and then when you come off each pedal, you do it gently in the transition as well, because otherwise the car moves around too much and will chuck you off the track. And this thing will wheel spin in 6th gear if you try and just jam your foot on the floor. So I'm going to shut up and see if I can catch Victor, and you'll see the difference between me trying to talk and race and just racing. Whoa.
Keep coming.
Whoa. No problem. Okay, now if that had happened in the race, that would have been perfect. So you need to trail brake a little into that turn. Let the nose come round, straighten the car up. Squeeze on the gas, same with this turn. You really need to get to the apex. Sounds obvious, but you need to brake early to get the nose to start turning. And you get greedy, you hear the engine note rise. You think, oh, let me hit the rev limiter, and you've driven too far into the turn. Whereas what this car needs is for you to drive it like you're driving Miss Daisy and carry momentum. The stutters in this session are making it hard. But yeah, you coax this car around the track, you don't thrape it. And you can't disrespect it either, you can't take liberties with it. One of the fast guys in the car described how you need to treat braking and accelerating. You need to send the pedals a telegram. You kind of like need to send them an invitation weeks before you want them to be anywhere. So when you see the corner, you're approaching the apex, you almost have to say to the car, see that turn down there? If you could please turn in, I'd appreciate it. Otherwise, you end up doing something like that. Now, something else about this car compared to its predecessor is it's so much easier to catch slides and everything. Before, the old car, you can see what setups we've got, who cares. JFF, just for fun, it's a race team, BFR, Blue Flag Racing, so whenever I save a setup, what I try to do is I always try to maintain the provenance. So if someone shared it with me, I will always put their initials in. If I then tweak the setup, I'll either put my initials or the team's initials, whether it's a race or qualifying setup. So if I share it, that's what you're looking for. For me, that what's the word I'm looking for? That probably maintains integrity, because the last thing you want is someone claiming that they made a set and they didn't. So if anyone shares one with me and they're open to me sharing it, which most of the V8 guys are, let me show you my archived. So you see, then I will just make sure that their name or initials are left. So if anyone asks me afterwards, I can let them know where I got it rather than claim credit myself. So Philip Johansson, he drives for JFF. He shared a couple of sets. You can see Sean Thompson shared. I then used Philip Johansson's set, which was the JFF sets, and tweaked them for Phillip Island from the Road America set he shared. He shared the Road Atlanta set, and I tweaked those. Marty Carroll from SDC, he shared a set at Bathurst. Who's MM? Let me think. Mitch McLeod from Full Motorsports. I took his set that I think he shared for Road Atlanta and I tweaked it to suit me. Sam Sutton, is it SDC Sam runs for, or is he now privateer? Can't keep track. He shared a set for the V8s Online Race of Champions at Bathurst. So I tweaked his set to use for the team a little. Thomas Gibson, can't remember who he runs for. He was in the session. He shared his set. Trevor Johnson, he now races with Apex Racing UK. No, Apex. Yeah, Apex Racing. He shared his Road Atlanta set. He's really good in the V8s. WL, who's WL? Is that William Levesque? I think he's Canadian. He shared a set. He doesn't really run the V8s a lot. He races, I think, GTs and I could be wrong, but I think the HPD, but I could be wrong. He shared a set. Full Motorsports. See, now this is what. See, Full Motorsports shared a set. Someone tweaked it. So I put. It came from Full Motorsports. The initials of whoever it was that tweaked it. Can't remember who it is now. Again, just so you can see, I don't claim any credit if the set's not mine. So if you do that as well, you'll get a lot more respect and help. Let me do something crazy. Let me register for the qualifying session, and let's see if you guys watching, adding pressure, can help me improve my PB for the race, for the week so far. Make this a little productive. So it starts in 40 seconds. So now that I've been running in the race trim, I need to run in the Q1 to get used to how the car feels. It's just difference in fuel and tyre pressures. See all those cars coming down the track? Last thing you want to do is jump out the pits in front of someone who's on, oh, like that, a live lap. But see, with Oran Park, with Oran Park, what's really difficult is the cars that are sat on pit lane, which is something really good that iRacing's done now. Rather than them disappear when the driver gets out of the car, the empty car sits on the pit lane, is you lose awareness of who's coming down the track on the F3 relative screen, which, if you don't race in iRacing, needs to become your first and most important best friend, because it helps you avoid doing what I just did, which was an accident. You get some situation awareness. Think of it like your spotter or crew chief telling you where you are on track compared to everyone else. But at tracks like Road Atlanta, when you've got loads of cars sat on the pit lane, you think the track's empty, come out, and then realise because there were like 10 cars sitting on the pit lane, the car that was only second up the track didn't register. Okay, see that opposite lock correction. If that had been the old car, I'd have pitched it into a spin. Just got the notification that the session's starting, so let me go jump in there. If you're still watching, sorry for boring you to tears as I talk to myself. So who do we have watching? Which is weird. I'm a bit of a recluse normally, so being all over the internet, it's a bit scary. So Athrin, hi. I think this is like the third, fourth time I've seen Athrin. You need to type phonetically into the chat how I'm supposed to pronounce that, because I don't want to butcher your name all over the internet. Got Steve, WTW, got Race Pace, hi Race Pace, Lancey Boy, Tazweb, I'm guessing you're in Tasmania, and then Zimmy002. So yeah, thanks for watching. Let me jump into the qualifying session. And then you can watch me capture my qualifying lap. So far, we've got Robin Nilsson in here as well. So far, that best lap is wrong. I cleared my delta times. So far for the week, qualifying lap that I have is a 106.9. But you can see there my optimal 106.5 is where I should be, if not faster. But I don't know about the rest of you. I really struggle to put my sectors together and nail my optimal laps. So it's when I get to the point where I think I'm making progress in any car, it's when my optimal and my PB are the same, or there's less than 0.2 difference. So now I'm going to shut up and try and nail the next 2 laps. The first lap won't be the fastest because the tyres are cold. Hopefully the second lap will be. So radio silence for a second. Okay, so what happened there, this lap's over already, is I got a bit of a stutter, which meant as I transitioned off the brake, I couldn't put together what my foot was doing with what I could see, because it was a bit out of sync, and that meant that I let the car rotate too much before I tried getting back onto the gas. So abort that lap and let's try and nail this one. So take a really oblique line to get the maximum acceleration down the straight. See all those stutters. For once the stutters aren't the string. Oh, you idiot. They're actually in game. Wow. He didn't manage to clear the track in time, so he was sat right on the apex. Let me try that again. Something else about the car, And it's why what you should do first if you start running in it is just run laps in the baseline, get used to the car, build your confidence in it, because it's like an animal. If you're not confident with it, you get no respect. So you have to be really confident, and when you know, like now, I know the car was straightened up, so squeeze the gas in. If you're not confident, you'll wait forever, and as you're waiting, you're losing time. And be smooth. And Arts gets permission early. Okay, I just lost about 2 tenths with that little wiggle. I'm not even looking at the delta and I know that. Wow. Really bad stutters. Okay, this is the out lap, so it's not supposed to be the fast one. Hello, Apex. Hi, Apex 2. The in-game stutters, though, are really interfering with my ability to judge where I am.
How much of an adjustment do you think we need here?
So I'm at least half a second off where I should be. And most of that is actually because I'm hesitating due to stutters. So let me try and close some of the Chrome windows I've got open in the background to see if that helps me. Hi, Happyville. I need to get some of those little tweaks up. So, what's it, that bet bot? So you guys, rather than just sitting bored out of your skulls watching me as I prattle on to myself, have something to do. And also, I want to get the accelerometer and G meter up so you can see how the weight's shifting around the car. I don't know about the virtual track overlay so you can see where everyone else is on track. I'm not sure. I think that makes the screen too busy. But definitely the replacement to the F3 box. Okay, let Robin go. What time's this? Okay, he's about 6 seconds off, so I need to give him at least that to have a clear lap. So yeah, you can start this lap really slow if it means you can do that. Straighten the car up and carry momentum down the straight. Brake earlier than you think and lighter. It's more important to get the car to the apex